when it comes to plants that are easy to grow, but, well, to be quite honest, I don't know how to use in the kitchen, this has to be number one in my garden. Now, it's called the Jerusalem Artichoke, and when you think of artichokes, you're probably thinking of this plant here, the one where you pick the flower buds. This one is not related to this at all. In fact, it's the root of this that you eat. The Jerusalem artichoke is actually a member of the sunflower family, and you don't eat the flower bud, you actually eat the root rhizome. Now, the interesting thing about this is that it is a rich source of fibre, but it also has a carbohydrate in it called inulin. The longer you store it, the sweeter it gets. Now, if you've thought to yourself, I wouldn't mind growing these plants myself, let me start with the globe artichoke. Remembering they're completely different plants. Easiest way to get started is with little starter plants like this. You'll find them in your local garden centre. If you've got an existing one, or maybe you've got a friend with one, you'll find these flower heads are sitting there, and they are the perfect little propagation unit in their own right. In the middle of this is packed with seeds. These are dried stamens on the top. Pop this into the ground, put some soil around the outside. The stamens will act like a propagation mixture, and all the little seeds will germinate, which will give you quite literally 50 or 60 little plants, which you can then move around the garden and get started. It's the easiest way to get going. When it comes to this one, well, look, to be quite honest, the simplest thing to do is to take these roots, and as you go, you'll find these little rhizomes are just full of tiny little offshoots. It's kind of like ginger. And you just break them off and pop them in the garden, and they'll pop up and grow anywhere. Now, the challenge for me is never growing these things. It's what you do with them in the kitchen.